McCree is one of the most deadly offensive heroes in Overwatch and a fearsome opponent on the battlefield. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to dominate with McCree and deal with the threats that come your way.
Watch and learn.
Everyone's favorite cowboy uses a combination of pistol, revolver, and stunning abilities to clean up every town he's visited and win the day for his team. His large Peacekeeper is insanely accurate and is in fact a hit scan weapon. This causes the shot to basically teleport to the target without any travel time, similar to Soldier 76 and Bastion. Adding to his perfect accuracy, he does possess a headshot multiplier to magnify damage. When faced with an enemy in close combat, the 6-shooter lives up to his name. Using alternate fire, McCree can fan the hammer and unload all slugs at once, dealing huge damage and dropping 200 health heroes in one volley. He will fire whatever bullets he has left at the time very quickly into the target, so it's best to have a full reload prior to doing so. To help him accomplish his deadly mag dump, he has a couple of unique skills at his disposal. He carries with him an explosive flashbang, which can stun enemies for a split second, allowing him to fan the hammer into them easily. The flashbang covers a small area and prevents the enemy from doing anything during the stun. It does a small amount of damage and has a small radius to nail fleeing targets. The combination of skills is what the character is known for, and will strike fear into any opponent if caught unaware. It's great for breaking down flankers such as Tracer, Genji, and Reaper. Due to this, McCree is equally good on both attack and defense. The second skill to assist with Fan the Hammer is McCree's ability to combat roll, and it serves several purposes. Use it to close the gap on a target before they have a chance to counter, or use it to escape a deadly situation. It only works on the ground and can be done in any direction. Once he completes the roll, he will have a fully reloaded gun automatically, ready to deal massive damage on the poor soul caught in its crosshairs. Once he charges his ultimate Deadeye, get ready to relive famous scenes from your favorite westerns. Deadeye allows McCree to zero in on all heroes within his vision, and once the target has a red skull appear, firing his main attack will cause instant death. He can maneuver slowly during the target acquisition phase, and has a few seconds to line up kill shots to the entire area. It's great against Pharah and Mercy when they are floating in the air, as it will be difficult for them to hide in time.
I thought I was a gunner.
Jesse McCree may be a great bounty hunter, but does have a few weaknesses. Even though the Peacekeeper is great at range, it should be noted that it has damage falloff at greater distances. Most heroes require decent aim to do well, but due to only having 6 shots before requiring a reload, it is especially important for McCree. The flashbang has a short range and roughly 5 meters before it will explode in the air even if it doesn't hit a target. Getting into proper range is a key to performing his deadly combo, but it isn't an automatic win. He's the best duelist in the game, but the flashbang lasts less than a second, and Fan the Hammer has massive recoil. Getting used to instantly alt-firing after a flashbang can't be your only focus. Practice pulling downward on the crosshair to counter the gun's kickback to ensure the target gets plenty of lead poisoning. Jesse unfortunately has the lowest mobility of all of the offensive heroes, and his combat roll has a fairly long cooldown. Pick and choose your battles and be aware of healing sources at all times. During his ultimate, Deadeye severely cuts his mobility by more than half. Compounding this is that McCree lights up brighter than a Christmas tree when shouting what time it is. All of this alerts the opponents to drop what they are doing to focus you. Shields prevent damage to targets during the ult as well, including those hiding behind Reinhardt's shield, for example. Deadeye can be interrupted by several abilities like Roadhog's Hook, another McCree's Flashbang, Ana's Sleep Dart, and so on. Snipers can also take him out if they are quick enough, but a player can cancel Deadeye as needed.
You gotta work on that aim.
Deadeye's target acquisition timer is solely reliant on the current remaining health of the targets. Use this to determine when to fire your ult so you can have time to escape heavier targets like tanks. Every second that passes during Deadeye magnifies damage by 200 health. A flashbang can be used above Reinhardt's shield to stun him if aimed correctly due to the size of the AoE. You can also deal significant damage to his shield at mid-range with Fan the Hammer to help your team cut it down. Rip into tanks with Fan the Hammer, roll, then Fan the Hammer again to assist your team in wiping them out. bait Genji's reflect by firing some shots and nail him with a flashbang once it wears off. Stay aware of his reflect ability during Deadeye though, as it can nail you with your own kill shot if timed correctly. Learn to hug your team's tanks and use their protection to your advantage. McCree's survivability relies on keeping tabs on his cooldowns and situational awareness. Certain maps with easy-to-reach vertical advantages can help with Deadeye, but keep an eye on snipers who can take him out easily. Another good reason to stick with your team is the flashbang can be used to interrupt many channeled ultimates. This makes it one of the only effective counters to someone like Reaper dropping in with his Death Blossom. McCree works amazingly well with heroes who can amplify damage, as with their help, he can pick off targets before they can even react, and his headshots will severely hurt even the strongest of tanks. If you're struggling to aim correctly with McCree, try flick shooting. Rather than trying to track and predict your target's movement by keeping your reticule on top of them, you can simply snap to their head quickly and shoot. It can take some practice, but is highly effective once you get the hang of it. McCree is the deadliest character to wear spurs in Overwatch, but now I want to hear your tips with him in the comments below. This has been Andrew from Curse saying thanks for watching and enjoy the game.
And that's how the West was won.